Please do be seated. As Secretary and Clerk, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to this evening's graduation ceremony. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition that began in the 15th century, and that tradition has developed since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step, and graduation symbolizes the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in wider society as a graduate, there to use the talents developed as a member of this academic society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor to symbolize their transition to this new role, and we will applaud them for their success so far and in anticipation of their contribution to society in future. At the end of the ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all those who have crossed the stage, symbolizing that each and every graduate is now incorporated into the community of scholars. As new members of this community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will conclude the proceedings. During the ceremony, those graduating with higher degrees will have their hood placed on them by the Vice-Chancellor to mark that they have attained the very highest level of academic achievement. It is now time to begin our formal proceedings, and so I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ian Martin, to address you. Vice-Chancellor.
Graduands, family, friends, colleagues, as Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, it's my very great pleasure to be here today at this your graduation ceremony. This is my first year at ARU, and this autumn's graduations are the first that I'm fortunate enough to be part of. Congratulations on reaching this extremely significant milestone, and graduating from your chosen course. Today, it's not only an opportunity to take stock and celebrate your achievements to date, but to look forward to the multitude of careers that stretch out in front of each of you. Those careers will undoubtedly be wide and varied, but they will be joined by a common theme. That theme will touch on all of you and is change, an unpredictable change at that. My academic background is medicine, but even before I started my degree, and certainly since, I've kept an interest in computing and digital technology. My daughters unkindly refer to me as a geek. That's what they unkindly refer to me as. I can mention today. There are many others. But what I'm going to do is to use both my professional background and that interest to put in context what I mean by change. It was the German philosopher Hegel who first commented that the only thing we learn from history is that we learn nothing from history. He may have been correct in some contexts, but he was absolutely wrong in one. What we have learned from history is that we're terrible at predicting that change and foreseeing the future. Just a few historical examples. 19th century. The telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication. Western Union internal memo in 1876. We can laugh at the Americans, but the British were not much better. The same year. The Americans have need of the telephone, but we do not. We have plenty of messenger boys. Sir William Preece, who was chief engineer at the post office. You might have thought by the time we entered the 20th century, we would be better. But we weren't. Thomas Watson, who ran IBM in the 1940s and 50s. I think there's a world market for maybe 5 computers. By the time we got to the 70s, we were still not learning. Ken Olsen, who ran DEC, at the time the biggest computer company in the world. There is no reason in the world anyone would want a computer in their home. No reason. And turning to a name that most of you will be familiar with, in the 1980s, Bill Gates. 640K of RAM ought to be enough for anybody. I could go on, but I've probably made a point. But why bring it up today? Well, firstly, I think that they testify to the fact that the environment you work in will be very different by the time you retire. Secondly, you will fail if you try too hard to predict that future. But as graduates, individually and collectively, you have a duty now and a responsibility to help shape that future. For those of you graduating from your first degree, somewhat scarily, your career is going to stretch out for the next 45 years or so. If pensions gets worse, it may be also being much longer. How much change might you see? Well, we don't know. But to give some idea of what might happen, let's turn the clock back the other way, 45, 46 years. 1970, history book stuff for just about all of you. The Cold War was at its peak. The Vietnam War was raging. Richard Nixon was the US president. There were 2 Germanys, and absolutely no one foresaw that 2 to 3 decades later, peacefully they'd be reunited. The Beatles had yet to split up. You may have heard of them. Relevant to today, less than 10% of the population went to university, a figure now 40%. Average life expectancy at birth, 1970 was around 65 years. It's now well more than a decade later. A gallon, and yet we still use gallons then, of petrol cost around 20 pence. Or for most people, given we'd only just lost old currency, it was 4 shillings. And commercial jet travel was almost unheard of. Digital technologies have made probably the biggest difference the last 20 years or so. But in the 1970s, they were both limited and very expensive. The best IBM computer at the time, the great-grandfather, great-grandmother of the computer that sits on many of your desks at home, was both humble in terms of power and incredibly expensive. It ran 200,000 times more slowly than that computer you have at home and wasn't very well equipped. It started with 8 kilobytes of memory. That memory was really expensive. I couldn't find the 1970 price list, but I could find an advert for a price reduction in 1979 for the computer. It went from 75,000 US dollars per megabyte to 50,000 US dollars per megabyte. Now that's big numbers, but put it in context. The Android phone, the iPhone you have sitting in your pocket now, at those sort of prices, would cost about 1.6 billion US dollars. What $1 billion technology that exists now are you going to work to put in people's pockets by the time you retire? A small challenge. Just as technology has changed, so has my professional field of medicine, in some cases beyond all recognition. In 1970, we still saw children who were suffering from the side effects of polio. We don't see that now, a fact conveniently forgotten by those who argue against immunisation. If you have childhood cancer, your chance of surviving has increased every year for the last 3 generations. We have technology that even when I graduated in the 1980s, to image, assess, diagnose and treat would have been utterly and totally unimaginable. It is quite remarkable what has happened, and those changes are not going to slow up. But it's not only about technology. I've concentrated on technology, but without many, many other things, we will not benefit as a society from these advances. Bertrand Russell, in his monograph Unpopular Essays, commented, "Change is one thing, progress is another. Change is scientific, whereas progress is ethical. Change is indubitable, progress is a matter of controversy." Technology only becomes progress when it's paired with considered thought, high-quality policy evaluation, great design, creativity, and entrepreneurship and innovation. There is no doubt that as a society we will not reap fully the benefits of all these great ideas without matched strengths in the humanities, creative arts, and business skills. Without great design, technologies will not deliver their full potential. Without good law and policy, society will not be able to fully benefit from the advances. And without really great entrepreneurship and innovation, we will not be able to make and reap the full economic benefit for the benefit of all. Why has this progress occurred? Well, it's occurred largely because of the 2 parallel strands of education and research, the 2 things that define a university and this university. They are why the university as a concept is important, and why a university education is so strived for, and why you have worked so hard to be here today. Whatever career you enter, enjoy and embrace change. Challenge, provoke, look for new ideas, but above all, do not be so proud as to not recognise the inevitability of that change and how it will challenge you and inspire you. To return back to Bertrand Russell, the demand for certainty is one which is natural to man, but is nevertheless an intellectual vice. So long as men are not trained to withhold judgment in the absence of evidence, they will be led astray by cocksure prophets, and it is likely that their leaders will either be ignorant fanatics or dishonest charlatans. To endure uncertainty is difficult, but so are most of the other virtues. A challenge for you as you enter your careers. At ARU, we're committed to delivering an outstanding educational experience for our students, carrying out research and innovation whose results transforms lives and communities, and working to support the economic, social and cultural well-being of the many communities we work with. We strive that each year these aspects will improve, and this year was absolutely no exception. We had our best ever results in the National Student Survey. The Sunday Times UK rankings placed the educational experience you've had among the top 20 in the country. And for the first time in our short 24 years as a university, we featured in the prestigious Times Higher Education Global University Rankings. That places this, your university, among the top 2 to 5% of institutions around the globe. You, as our graduates, are a key part of that success, and for that we thank you all. Before I close, I have to make special mention of your family, friends, and supporters who've provided you with moral, physical, spiritual, and I suspect all too often financial support during your education. On behalf of everybody, we thank you for that support. It's made the journeys of many of our graduands to this room today possible. I also have to acknowledge and thank the staff across the university who've contributed to so many aspects of your education, together with our governing board, whose wisdom and guidance has helped shape the university. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you. I hope you continue a relationship with the university in the coming years. As our graduates, your success and our success are now inextricably linked. Enjoy the day. Once again, congratulations. Anglia Ruskin would not be where it is today without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. We now come to the presentation of those receiving awards today to the Vice-Chancellor, and I should explain at this point that each year we have a competition for the loudest applause at one of these ceremonies. Now, the business school this afternoon were very loud indeed, so let's see how you do this evening. I now call upon the Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean, Professor Gary Packham, to read the names of those who will be presented from the Lord Ashcroft International Business School. Professor Packham.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduands from the Lord Ashcroft International Business School. The award of Certificate of Higher Education, Charity and Social Enterprise Management, Kira Figure Balson. Serena Cobden. Christy Lee Franklin. Jake Stephen Kabala. Sarah Leach. Caroline Ann Melidor. Marika Naradaja. Robert John Saggs. Sophie Rafe. The award of Diploma of Higher Education, General Business, Kartika Pandey. The award of Bachelor of Arts, General Business, Kansu Abulut. The award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, General Business, Povilis Basivicius. Taslima Begim Mia. Demanti Dominus Katie. Ben Giblin. Najim Hock. Katrina Wilkes. The award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Management, Chris Wilson. The award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Business Management, Eniko Beretti. Dalma Bogdan. Nora Sixili. Robert Otto Erdelii. Andreas Faller. Vivian Anita Gall. Christian Zolt Lenvai. Denise Mirosh Nikonchenko. Laszlo Skarba. Brigitte Takats. Daniel Trenker. Orsolaya Mercedes Visi. The award of Master of Arts International Business, Nicolette Barner. Aniko Agnes Bickel. Laura Herzeg. Marianne Zizigan. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Enterprise and Entrepreneurial Management, Joshua Barnard. Amir Aslan Shazari. Jonathan Jones. Joshua Kett. Turab Nakvi. Hugo Santos. Anna Raquel Sampaio. Jack Simpson. Naglas Tamasetis. Joe Ty. Zena Edwina Elisa Weeks. Damien White. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Tourism Management, and also receiving the Association of Tourism in Higher Education Best Undergraduate Student Prize, Nicola Michelle Cade. Joao Cavallo. Chema Chembai. Kathleen De La Cruz. Jessica Garcia Elvez. Jessica Hurd. Fatima Zara Gelfraisley. Migli Kadekeki. Michaela Kujobska. Emily Jane Mace. Clara McCuckin. Hannah Rebecca Parker. Jordan Ovi Pogosson. Elia Paolo Del Vecchio. Maximilian Rauchensteiner. Danielle Stiff. Mailing Anne Svebsted. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Marketing, Alexandra Elizabeth Beaton. Stuart Cameron. Amy Honor Dunning. Demoai France Ezzi. Carlos Latour. Mariam Mirza. Antonio Wedrell. Daniel Williams. For the award of Master of Science Marketing, Piyush Pangdurang Ambaktar. Kelvin Robert Bave. Marco Baldoni. Irina Biguna. Carla Estefana Buenas Villas. Mingnapa Desuan. Also receiving the Lord Ashcroft International Business School Scholarship, Daniela Giebmans. Nina Kodesi. Laura Katharina Tezashuk. Amika Tuvinen. Danilo Valentino. Rachel Jennifer Wingfield. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Business Administration, Hafam Mohammed Ali Al-Najjar. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Adi Abu Hashai. Jihad Jalmal Al-Fazat. Hind Riyad Zaki Al-Sadi. Eshan Shalkaf Asadi. Rusbeth Azari. Pei Hai Chung. Also receiving the CMI Greenwood Memorial Prize, Andrew James Duff. Mohanid Mohammed Abdurrahman Ishhaid. Daniel Francis Jagger. Salini K. Ballan. Midhun Madhu. Saina Isam Saeed Mansour. Raji Marapan. Jaya Malina Puramal. Shiratika Saini. Wan Samsi. Wei Kun Tai. Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Each year, Anglia Ruskin University makes a number of honorary awards to individuals outstanding in their field of endeavour, who we hope will serve as an inspiration to those of you crossing the platform this evening. Their stunning achievement should motivate us all by reminding us that we should see our own success to date but as a starting point. They pose the question, shouldn't we too aspire to success like theirs? I now call upon Deputy Vice-Chancellor Professor Helen Valentine to read the citation for the award of Doctor of Science honoris causa to Dan Wilimowski.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to read the citation for Professor Bogdan Wilimowski for the award of Honorary Doctor of Science. Professor Wilimowski has enjoyed a long and highly distinguished career in the field of microelectronics and computational intelligence. Formerly President of the Industrial Electronics Society, he is currently Director of the Alabama Microelectronics Science and Technology Center at Auburn University, Alabama. Bogdan Wilimowski received his master's in computer engineering in 1966 at the Technical University of Gdansk. In 1968, he moved to Japan to carry out research at Tohoku University's Communication Institute, and in 1970, he completed his PhD in neural computing. In 1975, he joined the Semiconductor Research Institute at Sendai in Japan, and in 1977, he completed his second PhD, collaborating with Dr. Habil to break new ground in integrated circuit design. In 1987, Professor Wilimowski returned again to Gdansk, taking the role of chair of the Solid-State Electronics Department, and later serving as vice president at the Research Center for Specialized Integrated Circuits in Torun, Poland. In 1989, he was appointed professor at the University of Wyoming, remaining there until 2000, when he took over as associate director of the Microelectronics Research and Telecommunication Institute at the University of Idaho. Professor Wilimowski has served as vice president of the IEEE Computational Intelligence Society and was editor-in-chief of the IEEE transactions on industrial electronics from 2008 to 2010, and editor-in-chief of transactions on industrial informatics from 2011 to 2013. He's also served as a member of the IEEE Board of Directors from 2012 to 2014. Professor Wilimowski is a Fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, an honorary member of the Hungarian Academy of Science, and recipient of the Commander Cross of the Order of Merit of the Republic of Poland for outstanding service in a proliferation of international scientific collaborations and for achievements in microelectronics and computer science. A prolific author, he has published 9 books, more than 300 refereed papers, and has been keynote speaker at over 30 international conferences. Professor Wilimowski has close associations with Anglia Ruskin University, having supported the IEEE conferences we hosted in both 2008 and 2015. In his role at the Industrial Electronics Society, he has also mentored Anglia Ruskin researchers. Professor Wilimowski has spent 50 years at the forefront of innovation and discovery in microelectronics and computational intelligence, and his work resonates strongly with the technology community here in Cambridge. As an outstanding example of the commitment, focus, and talent required to excel at the highest level in a specialized field, he will be an inspirational role model for our students. We are delighted to welcome Professor Wilimowski to our Anglia Ruskin community. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present Professor Bogdan Wilimowski for the award of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I confer on you, Bogdan Wilimowski, the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, faculty members, distinguished guests, graduates, and their family. Thank you for your kind invitation to Cambridge. It is my great pleasure to have this opportunity to congratulate the graduates on their achievements. You have received an excellent education in Anglia Ruskin University, and you are well prepared for the future. As you embark on this next step of your journey, please allow me to give you 3 pieces of advice. Advice number 1, perseverance. As you go out to the workforce, the first task that are assigned to you may not be as attractive as you may desire. And in fact, you may feel disappointed. Don't give up the hope, as these are opportunities for you to shine. For example, one of my PhD students, who was very well educated in advanced intelligence system, has joined Lexmark, and his first task was to design a power supply for one of their printers. He felt that this was a very low expectation given his training, but he put a lot of effort into this power supply, and he did the best he could, and within a few months, his power supply was recognized to the whole company and adapted as default to the most of their printers. He could have spent less effort on this first project, but because he took it seriously, he quickly made a name for himself, and his next projects were much more interesting. Let me give you another example much closer to home. In professional societies, there are more or less attractive positions. Areas such as publication, conference, and technical activities seems to be attractive, while membership and considered less interesting. Professor Marcian Crisea from Anglia Ruskin University volunteered to work as a vice president for membership in Industrial Electronics Society, of which I'm a member. Over the next few years, under his influence, this society moved from relatively stagnant membership pool to the fastest growing society in the world. So remember, no matter how small or unimportant project first appears, your perseverance and hard work may turn it into the first stepping stone of your successful career. Advice number 2, networking. One of the fundamentals of your future success is how well you are connected with your peers and communities. I was fortunate to work on my PhD in Japan, where I have met many other foreign students from across the world. Much later, I became involved in IEEE, which is, there's IW, which is British organization. IEEE is another one. IEEE, which is the largest professional organization in the world with 400,000 members, organizing about 1,800 international conferences per year. I was active in this organization on various levels, starting from being the member and most recently serving as one of the board of directors. Over a lifetime, I have developed friends across the world who share with me their perspective, help me to see different point of view. Their influence has made me wise. So be active in your community. This might mean that you should eat your lunch away from your desk so you can interact with your peers. Advice number 3, appreciate new innovation. Those of you who are graduating today have grown up with the computing devices surrounding you, but this is a relatively recent development. To give you some perspective, the phone that is in your pocket has more computing power than the total computing power of all computers of the United States when Americans sent men to the moon. Today, artificial neural networks are trained to solve the problems that include real-time analysis of thousands of data points, such as driving car, creating differential diagnosis, or predicting the movement of the stock market. It is up to you to embrace this possibility and benefit from this technology. Congratulations, graduates, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Professor Wilimowski, thank you. We now continue the presentation of those receiving awards this evening to the Vice-Chancellor, and I call again on Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean, Professor Gary Packham, to return to read the names of remaining students from the Lord Ashcroft International Business School.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue to present to you graduands from the Lord Ashcroft International Business School. The award of Bachelor of Arts Business Management, Jamina Begim Rugai. Merve Mangaza Bubin. Stephen Risti Palmer. The award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Business Management, Richen Lodo. Talal Mohammed A. Abdullah. Trad Ali M. Al-Haif. Mariam Abdul Rahman YM Al Jabir. Mariam Al Saeed. Jack Bailey. Erdin Bekiev. Michael Barnes. Rigon Bays. Faisal Farhed R. Binnasan. Sandra Brack. Laura Brown. Claudia Kayefa. Siju Chen. Sophie Daniel. Jennifer L. de Mores Dantes. Maglef Christiana Koller Egan. Erkan Erdogan. Amy Gill. Salvatore Giuliani. Also receiving the CMI Future Leader Award Cambridge, Megan Louise Glover. Estefana Guzar. Faisal Ben Nomran. David Nathan Hadaway. Ryan Harvey. Bronwyn Megan Wynne-Jones. Ella Jordan. Nevin Kumar. Hazel Lim. Sufeng Li. Lydia Martin. Crispin Yamikani Matangi. Max Mosley. Anna Flavia Lamas Mavira. True Duke Enwin. Hu Hoa Enwin. Huje Enji. Meltem Nurkan. Dumayem Bomo Uromama. Nicola Maria Rajalin. Harris Riaz. Edward Simmons. Selvaratnam Sindhuloban. Mark Andrew Sucklin. Useishi Rureme Tewengwa. Charlotte Thompson. Ekikiri Anifiok Thompson. Kan Igagun. Jose Manuel Vigara Serna. Charlotte Emily Watkinson. Craig Wilson. Si-Wing Wu. Wan Bin Zhao. Lucas Sabura. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Management Leadership, Barclays and UPS, Kieran Alexander Bayman Ashworth. Charlotte Elizabeth Atkins. Rebecca Elizabeth Baker. Ben Bayman. Laura Beeson. Jordan Ashley Booth. Matthew Bye. Matthew Charter. Max Clark. Henry Cooper. Lottie Crabb. Emily Louise Crockett. Michael Crosby. Christopher Deans. Emily Rose Bloom. Sarah Louise Evans. Emma Foley. Katie Rebecca Franks. Steve Robert Gager. Nicholas Grimwood. Rebecca Hayo. Duncan Heron. David Hill. Adam Holmes. Emma Jervis. Uma Jagu. Katie Jane Kelly. Yogi Kikenka. Simona Kavadrati. Natasha Chloe Lackenby. Ellie Laver. Sarah Lawrence. Teresa Levers. Adam Stephen MacLeod. James Dean Mason. Louise McCoo. Elizabeth Veronica Mingma. David John Moss. James Lee Norton. Hannah Louise Palumbo. Joseph James Peacock. Adele Jenny Radley. Bryony Felicity Rees. James Rush Ashford. Stephen Schultz. Mark Stephen Smith. Laura Kate Spencer. Luke Stevenson. Thomas Swan. Erin Swift. Andrew James Stephen Taylor. Gemma Taylor. Lee Thomas. Also receiving the Mid-Essex Productivity Association Award, Phoebe Roberta Ward. Michael Wells. The award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Human Resource Management, Dotimi Emanuele Alamani. Ahmed Hamdan Humaid Eldarey. Hamdan Saeed Salim Hadmad Eldarey. Kieran Blameyers. Hannah Brown. Zoe Clark. Also receiving the CIPD Mid and North Anglia Academic Excellent Undergraduate Award, Holly Curtis. Megan David. Fernanda Berardo Jort.
Well done.
Miriamar Manna.
Well done.
Molly Mitchell. Mark Oshodi. Henry Awudesi Uchegbu.
Congratulations. Well done.
Mei Ying Zhang.
Congratulations.
For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Human Resource Management, Tracy Jane Campbell.
Well done, Tracy. Good luck.
Swang Yu Dong.
Congratulations. Well done.
Emma Elderfield. Shirley George.
Well done, Shirley. Good luck.
Eleanor Faye Lawson.
Well done. All the very best.
Helen Margaret Martindale.
Congratulations.
Charlotte Louise Muir.
Well done, Charlotte. All the very best.
Olivia Parker.
Well done. All the very best.
Helen Jane Tierney.
Congratulations, Helen. Good luck.
For the award of Master of Arts, Human Resource Management, Olawelo Milola Abukan Adiwoli. Francesca Aprea.
Congratulations. Well done.
Maria Alexandra Becerra Garson.
Maria, all the very best.
Amanda Louise Cairns.
Well done, Amanda. Good luck.
Tracy Kramer.
Congratulations, Tracy. Well done.
Adele Sarah Hisco.
Congratulations, Adele. Good luck.
Jennifer Emily Hunt.
Well done. All the very best.
Antonia Mirabili.
Congratulations.
Louisa Miguela Morris.
Louisa, well done. Congratulations.
Kafia Jobon Ogheni.
Congratulations. All the very best.
Oroturi Kevwi Osa.
Congratulations. All the very best.
Oksana Ravita.
Congratulations. Well done.
Andrew John Shelton.
Congratulations. Very well done.
Beverly Ann Taylor Carson. Lilia Valeva.
Great achievement. All the very best.
Ruth Pauline Louise Waite.
Well done. All the very best.
The award of Postgraduate Diploma, Management Development, Jordana Marie Learmont.
Well done. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Market Orientation and Organisational Performance in Nigeria, Ejindu Ewelu MacDonald Mora. The award of Doctor of Philosophy, thesis entitled Optimising Intercultural Synergies, a Dynamic Model of Value Creation in Post-Merger Integration Context, Sandhya Sastry. Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
We're now nearing the end of the ceremony, but first I would like to ask Daniel Williams, one of our wonderful new graduates, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of those receiving awards this evening. Daniel.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, and the graduating class of 2016. It is my pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today from myself and on behalf of all the students graduating at this ceremony. Today we've become Anglia-Ruskin graduates. The home of the Rhinos is now also the home of tomorrow's lawyers, teachers, psychologists, accountants, marketeers, and managing directors. No matter what our reasons were for choosing Ruskin so very few years ago, what is important now is we're all here tonight to celebrate our triumphs, our achievements, and our victories, both individually and at university, understanding that this evening stands alone among the flurry of sleepless nights as a spectacle in which hard work is ultimately rewarded. Each of us has had our own unique set of experience at Anglia-Ruskin, a combination of good times, laughter and joy, mixed in with a small dose of fear and confusion, has ultimately transformed us from timid, wide-eyed freshers into mature professional graduates. Graduation marks the end of yet another extraordinary chapter in our lives. With this chapter closed, I'm certain that many of us are already anxious about starting the next one, as unlike a course textbook, we cannot skip through the pages to see how long the next chapter is going to be. Instead, all we have is our own books, a book of life, if you will. And a book of life, if you will. Luckily, as Anglia-Ruskin graduates, we've been given all the tools from Anglia-Ruskin to write our own stories in these books. And with the love and support of our families and friends and the fellow graduates here this evening, I'm sure our stories will become bestsellers. Ever since we were children, we've been told that we need to start planning for the future. I never really understood what this meant, so usually pretending not to listen. However, today it's finally sunk in what all those people were actually trying to tell me. I understand now that every lesson we learn today can be applied to tomorrow, and by treating every day as a new learning experience and another opportunity to grow as an individual, success is merely a certainty in the overall equation. That is life. Street poet and philosopher Drake once said, "Oh well, I guess you lose some and win some. As long as the outcome is income, you know I want it all and then some." Whilst the idea of materialistic success does influence our lives heavily, I ask that you, the class of 2016, to follow your dreams, do what makes you happy, and live a life you will remember. Thank you to our parents for being our coaches, thank you to our friends for being our teammates, and thank you to the university for being our mentors. I wish every person in this room all the best of luck, even though I'm 100% sure you won't need it. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Well, this is the last of this year's 19 ceremonies that have been held in the UK. We started in Peterborough about 3 weeks ago. Last week, graduation ceremonies were held in Chelmsford, and this week here in Cambridge. And these are enormous ceremonies. They're huge events, and already the team behind them are planning the events for next year. They've been attended this year by about 17,000 graduates and guests, and they're very much a team effort. Can I ask you to join with me in, first of all, applauding our musicians who have entertained you. I thank the Corn Exchange staff, Andrea Hilliard and her events team, who have organised these events and are already organising next year, our conferments office, our volunteer ushers, our security team, our catering team, our estates and facilities team, our student ambassadors, and our staff in the faculties. To all of these colleagues, we are sincerely grateful, and again I would ask you to join me in expressing our thanks. I now call for one final time on the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ian Martin.
And now, will all of those who have presented to me here on stage please stand? As Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you have been presented to me today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to each and every one of you. Well done. As each of you have crossed the stage this evening, your family, friends and supporters have applauded, cheered, hollered, celebrated your achievements. We've heard already how important they've been to your journeys, and in recognition of that, can you turn around, face them and return the honour? Now, at this point, I'm going to go off script and be completely in trouble for doing it, but I'm going to do it. So can you please sit down? Now, our MC tonight has mentioned that this is the last of 19 ceremonies, but there is another far more remarkable last tonight, which is this is Steve's last graduation. He's been Secretary and Clerk at this university for a number of years. I won't mention how many, but he has overseen every single graduation ceremony in the 24 years we've been a university, and quite some time before that in our previous incarnations. He has been an outstanding MC during this season's graduations, but his contribution to ARU has been absolutely enormous. But tonight, I just want to honour and thank him on behalf of ARU and the entire university community for the work he's done in being an integral part of these ceremonies. It's quite extraordinary watching him work. He's a reborn regimental sergeant major. He's there, his iPhone in his pocket. He could have been standing there with a whistle in his hand saying, just about to go over the top, guys. But he has done an outstanding job. He is a brilliant colleague, but a contribution. I don't know how many students he's seen over the stage over that time. But Steve, on behalf of everybody, thank you very much indeed.
I need a drink. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I declare the proceedings closed. Will you please now all stand?